Today na the 29th day of April 2023. 25 more days to a general election. 25 nights now just need for sleep. We see wake Jin na tem for going to the polls for make we decide for the next 5 years who that go govern the state of affairs. Few days ago, the SLPP give it a manifesto. We didn't get the big five. Today, the APC don't give it their own. Then call them One Nation Manifesto. Then get 10 pillars. One Nation Manifesto. 10 pillars. Yesterday on AYV on Sunday, the Minister of Information, where Naina the lead for the campaign for the SLPP for the 2023 election, he tell we they say, in just one remind you, say the manifesto of the SLPP not to promise, but the commitment. Today, Dr. Samura Sefon for let me and you know say, the APC One Nation Manifesto does not make promises per se. The APC One Nation Manifesto does not make promises per se. On the contrary, what it offer na commitment we go be fulfilled as much as possible based on we immediate short, medium, and long-term goals. Now there I want to start first. So with two main political parties in the manifesto, this 2023, then one let we know say no to promise. Na commitment. What's the difference between promise and commitment? So if na commitment down the road, we can't ask them say, "Hey, but what's on a manifesto be say? Una not give you, what's in?" Then go say, Masande. No, not to promise we been promise now. Na commitment we make. So I just want low begin and first na ya. Waiting at the difference from commitment and promise. Eh? They all do the poem. I see Fati they say na Yusufu, not to Yusufu. Na grandpa na so then call him. I don't will be defend them for years now. We don't defend the person, but I don't finally meet with the person. The person will do the poem. A nickname people in commonly know him for na grandpa. Na him do the poem, not to use it for do him. But let's come back to business. What's in the difference from promise and commitment? Because Dr. Samara don't tell we say passe, not to promise so, but a commitment that will be fulfilled as much as possible. Not 100%, but then go try for fulfill them. But if person make a commitment where not fulfill, we can still tell her and say not fulfill the promise we make. Because he said then go try for fulfill them as much as possible based on waiting the short, medium, and long-term goals. For heal, unite, and rebuild we country. Then go try for find a way for foster national peace, inclusion, cohesion, and prosperity for all. Now, so Dr. Samara, they tell we about the One Nation Manifesto. We ask we people them. We ask we people them for votes for leadership that is honest, consultative, experienced, and that listen to its people. Adama they say, Tripoli, commitment even stronger than promise. For the Bundu they say, the difference, promise, is an assurance or declaration for do something or related to happening of something. It says commitment refers the declaration for which one tends to become dedicated to ensure that the declaration holds true. Okay. Alusan say anything say commitment now like where they make a pledge. But coup people don't kingongo sonsa with the pledge. Only honor will pledge them. Yeah? You don't go sonsa and say, hey, 1 billion project can pledge, 1 donation can pledge. You no say no plan for do amu. But the pledge. Seriously. Okay. We don't see the APC. And also when it can come to this, people not elect me for this, but a fine way we get organization. Me, wait I see today back at Tuga Stadium. Yes, the Laguna, it was well presented and everything. But at Tuga Stadium, I don't know if na the rain. No. I don't know if na the rain. But where Dr. Samura no be kite, the stage, no problem. Yes, they may get Chamot 1 or 2. But when Dr. Samura come, I don't know if everybody they try for rub skin so that he go no say, oh, the tell be the way self and maybe they near the power. Everybody just cramping at the stage. All man cramping at the stage. And we can't talk say back all till na pick and pa. But it's true though. The stage been too full up. It be too full up. Somehow will not be supposed for the up day, still the up day. All man want for rub skin, all man want for let them see. The flag bearer and I for take the podium for address the people. Cheiko ko be there and they talk na osamu yes bye. It be just they talk na yes bye. All man one day na stage. You gotta do better, man. And I get for do better in organizing. Let us see a well-organized, structured people. Oh, na be just the try for loan and no say the crowd is there, Yes, the crowd be there because even under that kind of rain there, yes, that's true. But sometimes should I give the flag bearer low see 1 grain at stage. When they cover around 2 months. All my one day near. Some of una they can't gribele what they ship on herself. Una some man gribele bad. Seriously. promise and commitment. They say then they give you commitment. Commitment stronger than promise. Promise stronger than commitment. In anything, there is a commitment inside the promise. There is a promise inside the commitment. Any you answer? Eh? There is promise under commitment. There is commitment under promise. Now, so misiamu. So I like the one balance and say, not to promise so na commitment. When you commit to something, you promise for do something. Eh? When you commit to that, hey, man, I promise the inside it. Me na so asia. If you promise, you commit. If you commit, you promise. So if the APC they tell we say, not to promise na commitment. SLPP back they tell we back say, not to promise na commitment. Inside promise there is commitment. Inside commitment there is promise. So na need to balance this one. Both parties will still hold una accountable to this una commitment. Will they still hold una accountable to this una commitment here? Because now una say no to promise. Will they still hold una accountable? So let we just understand that one deal. So commitment to promise will they still hold una accountable? Because they all two, you know they commit way not promise, you know they promise way not commit. So whichever way una see, now we all go no more together. Nobody need to left in company behind. Because no go on to man, they can't begin quote say, no, I may could be telling and say not to promise so na commitment. Then if you are committed to something and you fail for do that thing there, then you are unreliable. Then you are not truthful. Because when you make a commitment, you for keep up to the commitment. Because commitment is like promise. Hello? Oh. So if I be think so, I don't get away with her. If I be think so, I don't get away with them. Not away can at this table. If I be think so, I get away with her. Not away kaya. Not away kaya. A promise is a commitment. A commitment is a promise. And so would they see an aya. Because you say you go do them with everything available, which is fine. Which is fine. So that's a promise too. We get the 10 pillars of the manifesto. One Nation Manifesto. Let's begin looking inside the pillars then. Yeah? 10 pillars. Let's begin looking inside the pillars then. The first pillar, now for build one nation. The APC say, rebuilding national unity and cohesion. We go take immediate steps for restore national cohesion, peace, and unity na salon. We go foster the equitable distribution of opportunities. What do I mean by that? Anything where na enjoyment for the country, then go share them equally across the country. Leone enjoy opportunity where go make you enjoy, even if na the one go make you suffer. Well, I that. I met Tijan, they say, triple commitment is more serious and stronger than promise. So, alright, well, let's say no to promise. So maybe now the softer side them be defend. Maybe they not be really understand, say, this commitment business, it's stronger. Eh? Okay. There we go. We go foster the equitable distribution of opportunities and undertake constitutional and institutional changes for decentralized. Okay, they can see free on the KMT more. Local governance and ensure fair, transparent, and protected access to resources. Protected access to resources. Who do they know they protect them from? Who do they know ready for protect them from? Protected access to resources. Number one pillar of the APC. They say them go build one nation. How? Rebuilding national unity and cohesion. Alright. Then get the sub. We go come, but the sub they're not clear. I don't know why. Let's go to pillar number 2. Pillar number 2. Address economic deficiencies and the cost of living crisis at the structural level. What in APC mean by this? You know, say where you get tick. Where you get tick, you get the stem, you get the root. Now, who said them teach you in a school one day? Where you get the root, you get the stem, there you get the branches, you get the leaves. Yeah? What you make cutting tree for them? The branch be done too heavy for the stem. That side they be done light fire. They say rotting don't take place. So you not be able for be where the big breeze blow if you don't back home. So the cost of living crisis na salon. APC they say the structure like that stem where for make if big breeze cancer for not for film. Then go make it map stronger one. I be ask the last time. Like a big cutting tree, maybe is not they shake. We go able to talk about still. People not to cutting tree business is slow to go. We go restore macroeconomic stability and work towards transforming Sierra Leone from a consumption to a competitive production economy. Alright. The cost of living crisis. Waiting with the land rights now say, with the imports boku, we know the exports. Waiting with the eat with nyam nyam. Now, come e get for kind side. We even land say granite. We they pull them from Mali. I don't know if you know that. Go na market. Then get Mali granite and get Guinea granite and get Salon granite. Just in case if you don't know. Then see the new granite, yes, granite. We get Mali, we get Guinea, we get Salon. We gonna market. Thanking come. Yeah, we don't go interview na Jala. Yeah, we don't interview Makituma na Jala. Jala Mokonde. Then tell we say, then they can buy pepper na Friton. Then they can go buy pepper na Bo for cancel inside Jala. Yes. Then they go buy pepper na Friton. No Friton then they plant pepper. with I don't go now a certain village where I don't go interview the people there. Then say when they don't harvest done inside the village. They come to villagers then. They know the grease cell give them. Then they total and kind of the main tongue. Then they total kind of the main tongue. I don't go inside Fogbo by 4 mile. Yeah? When they don't harvest done, then prefer they say they sell and give them day. Then prefer that they total, then they count on a Waterloo for cancel. You they get me? Because the thing can say, they always inside the village, they not go pay better. They not go pay better. So what thing they do, they total and count Waterloo. So me and you waiting at the village where I want that certain if me not be done planter, myself get for take transport, pong a car Waterloo for can buy am. Eh? So what to make at the girl little things here? Because then can just focus no more on the import where they come. No, even within we safe, we they make it hard for we safe. Me they not get better, I don't plant. You can buy it to me. Why not say you safe you not get like me? No. The other time, the woman they complain to we say, what yourself the transport, so then a bike could they take the market to go and throw away and for down a road, but you refuse for sell gid on all 2 days inside the same village. You say because neighbor better, you want care and gonna do. You gonna there, then village them, the markets them. All time empty. Then they agree sell gid and safe. Eh? Then they agree sell gid and safe at all. Then prefer for the car and gonna do. They say, oh, where you go now the border towns them. Then when they know they don't have a store, for total kafki to would I get that time day? They can go giddy. Now that bigger one they look, then they look even the smaller one them, where even the small one, then they agree sell gid and safe. Say because you're not able to pay. And they can't go that tongue. I hope say when I get for look at that side. Yeah? But then say, then go restore the macroeconomic stability. Now one, now I give una soon. For restore. Because we not go to punish we self around the community. Okay. Then say this go include prioritizing private sector development. We not send a bullet points in the giving. Because we go on for know how. Particularly indigenous businesses and the one that waiting at the rural communities. Do we have anyone right now? Indigenous business one as Salomon homegrown. He says especially the one that at the rural communities. Who's what we'll get right now? Mostly me I don't work as small and this country alone. You know what see right now the rain? Microfinance. Yes. For lend them a kitum and the money where they end in a Pademba road. Nain beaucoup de rain. Okay. Alright, slow to go. Then go try for make good use of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. Okay. No. Allow feed we say first. Because if we target down exports, now what in people and they do na the community now self they try for do so. as well as other trade blocks and agreements. And then they harness the potential of digital transformation, which is good. Because like me right now 1 week, one whole week, yeah, now they work in agriculture 1 whole week, just for know if they get okay, which we can call locally banda, because we need them 1 whole week. Today if you go, whether you go meet, not to the person, and nobody not able to tell we if they get or they not get. Imagine the director na go get for can't tell we if they get or they not get. Nobody not able to tell you. Anybody will ask, hey, wait, you know the come on, at the last time they go plan. Okay, no, they don't care. You can work it. Those something, imagine who go to work at this 1 week. At the end of the day, they can't tell you now, say they not get. You they wonder why make things slow as alone? You don't wonder, eh? Why make things slow? But like what the APC they say, digital transformation, I hope say then go get all one day where you will need equipment, essentials for farming. You able go if the app now waiting one stop, you call somebody where you don't have to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Eh? Sometimes it's frustrating, no. When you know the inside certain business, you don't know. Until you go inside it, and they tell you go know. But Lord we go. That's not the cost of living crisis. Structural level, remember. Then they try for build a structure. We go make a like big breeze come way blow. Eh? We no go for them. No go money away. We go to number 3. The APC say the other pillar then go intensify efforts in job creation and then go establish a pathway for all big person. And the establishment of pathway for every adult, especially the youth. On our left. Every adult, especially the youth. Well, every mortal man, especially the youth. Unless if that the youth they're waiting inside the adults. Anyway, every adult then will create a pathway for every adult, especially the youth and woman them, for a living wage. For a living wage. Like how the economy they right now in a salon. What do you go consider a living wage? We know say na by month and they pay na salon. How much you feel say it go look like by month? Because right now, na almost 700 and not to 800,000 no. Not to 800,000. Now 800,000, but that 200,000 it gets GST per 15%. It gets GST per 50%. So now be 780,000? Yeah, 780,000. Usmani say a living wage for be 5 million. Left, you haven't done the money. I bet to kick about say 2.6 million. How you count to 2.6 million exactly? I bet to. Eh? We for tie a living wage to $100 because every two they tie to $1. We think so. So whatever $100 be at whatever time, now for be the living wage. At least man and cable survive per one day. Eh? But let they go. This is how they say they will achieve this third pillar. Through sustainable cross-sectoral interventions, they will collaborate with local and international partners for create jobs, while simultaneously together, then go they try for reform and capacitate the civil and public service for prioritize efficient and effective delivery of service. Yeah. That's I take with him. Eh? My Musa say no care. But as long as possible feeding family for a whole month. Then you not pay waiting. Well, amongst the person need. Eh? Okay. Any saint you know say right son as alone so adults, they act like juvenile youth. I too. This pillar is where I need a detailed plan on how they want to achieve it. Job creation has been part of every election promise for decades. That is true. Fatty they say. Sustainable cross interventions. Then go collaborate with local and international partners for create job. How? Huh? Come on, asking when they say 3 million. 3 million. Okay. I would like to say 5 million go be a good start. APC till now say for a living wage. So are they ask now this living wage? And soon are they people and suggestion. Nobody know they 1 million safe. All the suggestion then they only above 2 million. All the suggestions then they above 2 million for a living wage because they wanna quote them. Say for establish a pathway for every adult, especially the youth and women them, for make them earn a living wage. So the text one for agree say the lowest $100. Alright. Abdul Tarali say 18 years, na youthful age, but technically na adult. Okay. The English they will impact for this living wage say first. Then go collaborate with local and international partners for create jobs. Whilst then they do that one day, then they try back for reform and capacitate the civil and public service for make them go prioritize efficient and effective delivery of service. Just like what I explained so, why I say just now, forget the banda. 1 week now they pass spam. 30 day. We no get headway. I don't know if they get or they not get. So now they try for saying the public service for prioritize efficient and effective delivery of service. You don't understand now, eh? Okay. Now we'll go to pillar number 4. Pillar number 4 say Accelerate, they put in foot on the gas pedal. Accelerate investment in our people with a specific focus on the capabilities of our children, women, and youth. Okay. Investments in our people with a specific focus. Well, now listen how they say. We shall enhance efficient and equitable social spending, elevating the quality of life, and explicitly caring for the most vulnerable segment of our population, including women, youth, and people with disabilities. Eh? Okay. Fati, they say pillar 2 and 4 should be quick wins. So, pillar 2. Which one are pillar 2? Oh, cost of living. And 4. Now I give so just now. Enhance efficient and equitable social spending. Social spending. We go build up, elevate, build up the quality of life for we people them. So what you want for suggest? They don't tell you. In social spending for build the quality of life for our people. APC. Wataki. Una bring and kandong no more. Things then they. We go come inside. We go improve the life of Sierra Leoneans. Cheese. Sardine right now self na luxury. Sardine na luxury. We get fish na water. We no get come. We no sabi make fish sardine. We get in boku. We no sabi make sardine. We get in no. Na import with the imports. Na imports. Alright. Because state today they look for the light and water, no see it. But Lord, they go no more. It did the other pillar them. Sometime. Accelerate. Yeah. This I hope say this month how they accelerate so in break good. I hope say break good. Accelerate investment in physical and digital infrastructure development. We go pursue responsible investment in energy. Okay, lights don't come. Transportation. Okay. 200 bus don't come. Water supply. Awa. Guma is alwako. Water overflow. Urban planning. Well, look of it on fine. Street lights the all side. Affordable housing. Usa go start so. Na Kent? No. Na Keriton? No. Affordable housing. Well, tough building. Tough says affordable for the one that can afford it. Wait again. And information and communication technology. Well, Suicide the mobile phone and force all man forget one floor price. QCell be the right down and then force them for cow. We shall also foster regulatory frameworks for mutual benefits. We go bring some partnership with the private sector. The private sector go benefit, we shall go benefit. Why so also go start? Some man say black. Come on, skin say Black Johnson. Fati say Peninsula. Même Moussa say Kabbalah. Idrissa say Songo. For the affordable housing. Low cost housing. Una name and so. That's no no say low cost. Affordable is only affordable for the one that can afford it. But when I say low cost, we don't say we don't get for pay better. Affordable housing is not the same as low cost housing. Affordable housing is not the same as low cost housing. Affordable housing is only affordable for the one that can afford it. I repeat and tutute. Una count low cost housing, low cost. That's when we all agree say it's low cost. You don't get for cost arm and a leg. Right. What's out there now? We go foster regulatory frameworks for mutual beneficial partnership with the private sector. Not so normal, the international financial institution and also development agencies them. We not go left and day. Even with the regional economic bodies them. We go do all this so that we go achieve energy, transportation, water supply, urban planning, affordable housing, and information and communication technology. APC they say. That's the pillar number 5 now I give you. You know say na 10 pillars, Let's go to pillar number 6. Tripoli. Even with low cost housing not affordable. Now for ministers. Ibrahim Abinti they say Koya areas like Songo area. Même they say but now rich padin and then believe in low cost housing at Kisi. When low cost housing be start, really na be low cost housing. Now when politicians then turn their idea, now it turn that thing. The peninsula, but then go need for provide transportation, direct transportation from Kent to PZ. Must this say if Inabi salon politician, he only promise Yolande in commitment we for make to the people will be actions are more than words. Enough with them PhD vocabularies there. Where the ordinary forsaken citizen not even understand. Government get land. Not to government they go and make raffle draw per land. So then can build low cost housing. I mean, Koma they say they need for encourage. They need for encourage agriculture for make the main offices then at the provinces. This will encourage people them for return up to the country. Freetown to congest. Omar they say for the low cost housing, let them use the bombe them. All two the bombe them. The one at Kintomo, the one at Kisio, let them use them two bombe them. Let them build low cost housing. I was watching a video on YouTube where Wadamaya go Burundi. There is this young man where he explained his story in a long story during the war. If he say his sister and his parents then die, they adopt him, his strength, they adopt him, go Canada, but now he don't return back to Burundi. I just summarize for you. In Burundi, they get this same problem with young people where they go do Okada. They get the same problem. So this particular village where he go, he say he make them do a challenge. One motorbike in Burundi cost $1,763. So they do the exchange rate. $1,763 for one motorbike na Burundi. So he take that money he make a fish farm. He take a bike rider, let compare. Say, okay, see this money, would they make one fish farm with him? Then you compare, you go to ride your bike, you compare what you they get out of this fish farm and what you they get per that bike. Because that bike, you complain of accident, you complain of policeman, they extort money na yan, and all this 9 yards one they complain. But this, when you make and done, you go see the profits. And guess what? He said they see the profit in the fish farm rather than the motorcycle. We government not give no option, no. None. We all then are always with the grumble say, only youth man and then go back in the farm. Then I go. Then just sit down and they ride bike. What kind of feasible study where you can put before they let them see and say, this one, it better pass this one. Which kind? None. We not talks. And they talk no more. This one better pass that day. The other hand no more. Show them. Prove unto them. Prove unto them. At least 1 or 2 people must buy the idea. Say, this is how they do, so you better pass Dandy. Because at the end of the day, you get enough fish for you, your family say for the eat every day. And yet, and they have fish. Ask people in at home. How fish business stronger. Me say I ever do fish farm. Me say safe. Now, Shinos, I hope say go survive. I always start with what I like. Yes, me na so. Always try the plant and what I like. I always start with her. Then now can lift them up to commercial base. But we'll start small first. But I'll continue. Number 6. Deepen and strengthening decentralization and rural development. Rural development. Arbitrarily they ask if I get boa goats. No, sir, I don't. I not get boa goats. I not get boa goats money. Boa goats. Why they buy that in? I mean, said they didn't at the farm. I tell you, nobody they can tell me say, nobody they can tell me no that what say the goat. You know how much goat and sheep don't die in a man right now. You go pull $1,500, buy one goat. Then say he die. Bruh. Man, the goat will go sleep now, go wake. Yeah. Yes, down the road I go get them on a this alone. That's why they come and go. And that is you. We see the other day now, they even say me, I wish. Yeah. I wish the vocational institutes they're able for the train, even if not the villagers them farming. Because that the idea we didn't get. That the idea we didn't get. For pull and come out, but not funny. But maybe if they go get certificate for them, then learn them and teach them it go fine. Me, I lost a lot of money last year farming, where right now the season the rains are upon us, we dip and farm better one. I lost beaucoup money the last time because of waiting for water. We people and get this idea, see, okay, like cassada, we see they don't plant her. This they be a weather. I let you talk fire for let the water. No, and for wait some let the rain can. This one the rain they can wait the torture, eh? This they can come on fine. Me I talk fire. Okay, now rain they come. It don't come out and they pass snap and they send every day. But I see how they tell you when the rain don't touch them. It's the same. The rain and water the water and the same thing. If you be don't water, eh? If you be don't water, this also don't reach now for don't pass the. Who for don't pass the. But they get that idea, and I mean maybe they feel to say, yeah, when they can, when they talk about this farming, una kick some of them people, I will hire somebody who get certificates. Let me hire them. Because that time you know say, like me where they come, you go to get day off, I guess I for lay tap. Yes? I guess I for lay tap. Yeah? And irrigation is not cheap either. How much for pipe? How much for water? I'm going to do that. But how much for pipe and water? And then side they need for sweating, lights no day. So you get for waiting solar. Everything you they add up. Then at the end of the day, when you don't harvest, you get for consider all what you spend. So now make things they're expensive. But you get for come inside the game for let you know. A lot of people, we all try to, some of who will not be there inside the game, whether they talk. I want but there, I'm also waiting for plant pepper, waiting for plant this, waiting for plant dandy. Eh? Alright. There we go. And see now they don't cancel back. Deepening and strengthening decentralization and rural development. Also the about decentralization. Who stand and go decentralize freedom? Who stand people within the provinces? Go one for staying at the provinces. Eh? When? Irrigation are the answer when we get sustainable electricity Usman in the sea. Farming, without water, without electricity, forget it. Me right now know how much I spend per solar lights there. Then street lights and then solar lights and then street one day. Then big one day. You know how much for one? I know how much I spend per the houses them around. Even the animal house, I put solar lights there all side. Yeah? You get for light up the place. And it's not cheap either. Water. Now after the rains, we get for cancer now, how forget irrigation going. Yesterday I heard the Minister of Information, na AYV, they talk about irrigation. Yes, irrigation is the way to go. For talk not saying the thing. Then say for they go and say they get farm. Do they have irrigation? Eh? They didn't have? Huh. Alright, but how they go? I'm in this to succeed. We learn, we mistake, we move. Yes. As we speak now, I try to forget, I get well them, and I try to forget submersive when a solar submersive them for puts them there. So that we go the pump at the tank them. Then from there, what's next? You know, is you. Alright, slow go. We shall revive our decentralization program. Revive them. You don't die. And support the administrative and financial empowerment of all local councils on a foundation of accountability, respect, and fairness. Urgent measures shall be taken to restore the confidence of the development partners in this critical pillar of we progress. We go also restore respectability of the chiefdom governing structure and facilitate their effective functioning. Okay. But make come out, they say most of we in water them. Now waste the waste. I want to agree with that. Without underground reservoirs to contain the wastage. Usmani, send message to this page because with all the comments they come and go ask for make I able contact you directly. Send message to the page, yeah? Send message. Okay. Mais Moussa say, triple, but we don't tell with all them big poor mister. Let them just improve electricity. Now the entire country. We go take care of the rest. We not give electricity no more. No disrespect, yeah? No disrespect. But trust me, the one them at the village, outside the family, they never sleep under electricity. Not to disrespect. Until the one that they working at the farm. And they know say net come, light come, then get bulb for switch on. Or to Chinese light too. Go and get in Chinese lamp there. Then solar Chinese lamp there. No to when net come, you know say get bulb where the switch on, lights not less. Then they are short of electricity every night. Around the farm, you get solar lights there. Then street one day. Where the term, and they come on for himself. It's sad to say, we get people them, we born inside Sierra Leone. Now villages them. From where they born, till they die, they not go ever get the opportunity for switch lights on, say lights don't come. For open pump, water flow. You think say fair? Eh? Not to say because some of we are in a city we born here, some of we born in a city, but remember. Then some man go say, when they don't catch her, they not go back. They not go. So once I come out, that light's not the deal. Even in the city. You get areas the way lights no there at all. Just pass Waterloo. They don't get that opportunity there for get a switch for put on. Well, you want to get the opportunity for them put the switch on, not to all turn the light today. Forget pump na hose. Remember back in the days? Remember no? Who get street pump? You know what I say? Sometimes the sunny society, where you don't sweat, you meet one pump, you open and you wash your face, you begin to attack. You wash your foot if there dust. Picky them, if you don't go play, yes, you subside the street pump there. We get picking the now they born even inside the city. They not get the luxury for enjoy that. They not get the luxury. We so don't used to light or 10 lights. Light come, lights go. Lights come, light not there today. Light don't come, lights not there. Like say that's normal. Like say that's normal. Eh? Think though. Ellen McDavis, they say, triple, even Waterloo, self. Not all side. Yes, that's true. Not all side get lights day. Who manage get all to contribute for lights? All time, all time, every month, 2-3 times. They must go, well, we don't go see what other side. Because the light first day first, look at Nabanya fake, not correct. Not correct. All time. One good guy and now today because they say the lights so they command they good. Why she command for command on this line? Logo join one day in line. All 10 and then the Udepa. So decentralization is necessary. But what's in with the available infrastructure? For the decentralization, how you want to improve the rural areas? How? Because these are the things where they make people come. They no one go not to the work no more. Because plenty people efficient and work no more. Not to work no more. That basic social amenities what some people they see. Well, I don't go far. Some man right now at the diaspora. Light, water, work. They small thing in it. When are the basic? When they make mortal man. Now sell we sold for. So man, not tell them for go salon. They go salon. Who there they go there? Ellen McDavis and Minera to talk almost the same time, almost the same time. Say the light. And not they even turn AC on. Not all appliances. Me your light. Inside don't tell na my story now. What the neighbor feel to say. Even when lights day, then me I dey turn on generator on a bluff at the bluff because I get money. Yeah, you know say AC no go come on. Microwave self no they come on. Imagine if you want warm something, pass you turn on generator. Yes, pass a turn on generator for heat food. Heat food up. The lights when me get, even my TV, they put her on. The TV. What did they put on a bulb? A bulb lights now we get. Me, I don't buy tea. I don't buy that industrial stabilizer all. But that one day, if the current come as low as 130, it they bump them to 220. What the current they come? Me current they come to me 60 volts. Imagine they pay for 220 volts and they give 60. 60. I get video for her. Me they get 60, 80. So even I pull $300 for buy that stabilizer day. $300. At the end of the day, it's of no use too. Because I still not get the current what I want. Where you take them from 60, you just out at 120. In a 130, and at the lowest 130, from 130 come up, it extend and go to 220. So me, if they cable give me no more 130, no more, me are good. 130, now I want. Even though they pay for 220 volts, 130 volts, me if they give me are good. Because I get equipment, we go bump them for me to 220. But you know they happen. And generator I get for the use. And mechanic them back not correct. So generator look and they don't come under. There they go. We shall also restore respectability of our chiefdom governance structure. People in our upline don't respect the chiefdom. And facilitate the effective functioning. Then no, whose parts? But I know say they respect the chiefdom. Logo number 7. enhance democratic good governance and the rule of law. The APC say their seventh pillar, then go uphold democratic principles, protect human rights, intensify the fight against corruption, and build robust institutions. Which robust institution una go build? Okay. We shall give power to the people by creating platform for them to make input into decision-making process. With the PR system again now. I want CD. And to hold government accountable for its actions and inactions. True unamina. Unamina. True do unamina. So now go put structures who go able hold government accountable for waiting and do or waiting and fail for do. Power to the people. One Nation Manifesto. Alright. Loud you go. Number 8. Protect our environment and respond to climate change. Number 1 thing, if now undo that, they will left for cut stick. Una left for cut stick. We shall roll out improved natural resources management strategies, climate change focus mitigation, and adaptation measures, including the creation of green jobs. Okay. You there guys say the rule of law, the security sector for be independent. What is good governance? Meaning to say the most important thing so we need a light water. Usman say why we not go just switch to 110 or 120 volts? Since the 220 will not be able to reach her. Am I? And that. I am a salon. I don't get to number 8, But we'll get a lot for Dodo. Because number 9, they tell you about strengthening economic diplomacy. It is a left. Now, how one be green with the cut? With the cut stick? Just the cut stick. They look bien safe. So I undo this green now. How undo? If we know they take care of the surrounding. I tell you I say because of what happened to we, and they plant over 1,000 trees. 1,000 trees. So my way you see me start us, you see the trees, they call it Yemeni trees. Over 1,000. And the farm surrounding. Strengthening economic diplomacy. How do they plan for do this? We shall foster strategic partnership with other jurisdictions, align priorities, ensure value for money in ongoing and future investments, and also pursue mutual beneficial partnership with deep respect for taxpayers, while safeguarding our own sovereignty and with national integrity. Eh? All right. I'll go number 10. Number 10 pillar for foster partnership with the diaspora. For national development. Diaspora on a day. Hey, we dey. Eh? And then they say if they're able to give it 24 hours light and water, we go able to help everybody na salon. Diaspora. Una dey foster partnership with the diaspora for national development. How them plan for do this? We shall map our diaspora network, collectively identify areas of expertise and interest, and create a welcoming environment for mutually beneficial engagement and investment. Me, I like this side. But you know my problem with them? The last thing I give you some of my frustration with even political parties them, where the leaders then come, and the diaspora. Then they take and make political events. That's what they take and make. So, if, let's say, Dr. Samara win, even though Sylvia Blyden don't predict otherwise, let's say he win, then you can diaspora say, this number 10, for make partnership. But that 10, the APC don't guide them, bam! So that not the APC, that not get party card. No go see light of the day. But this one. Yeah? Diaspora. Now tutti no mo go tell una. Me they speak now for diaspora. This one una say, una have for foster partnership with me. Una give 24 hours light and clean water. And the partnership that they no more want. Let una show the run down the cam. Una just give it Andy. That partnership now we they come. 24 hours light and water. And let the rule of law be. So if person thief me money, if person make kukujo mukupa me money, where I go with them, I shall be prioritized. Then go prioritize me, say, this person, yes, na salon person from the diaspora, he come with investment. I like na $1,000. I like na $100. Yeah? Me say na diaspora person. So I don't take up the spokesman for the diaspora on this one. Because I'm an investor too. I know what I go to. But when I don't do that day, we need good health care. Because if I fall sick, I know for one come. I forget a trusted medical facility where go able to take care of me. I give you light. I give you water. Yeah? And then they not to win them again for benefits. Now with the entire country, I will go benefits. When I give her, let the rule of law day. If I go to me money, somebody play you work out and a police. Me case them for prioritize them. Because we know then go to get foot stay, you retire and I get for turn back. But the health care back, we need them. So if I fall sick, I can't be go sick na kono. And no tell me for go Leone a smell bid. That's why I refuse for Leone. Because it stink. And I tell her, I say the smell. I say this place is stuffy. Then vex. Eh? You don't say some of we they do we own thing in the salon, which is true. Some of we they do we own thing. But what thing go able help we? What thing go make us sweet talk some of we other family for join we come. Now they tell us so. What what thing no? Partnership and all this. Una just do. Learn a showman in the gondon. They know they take salon investors then. They make anything. That is true. That is true. They not take we make anything. But they don't say for build salon economy, they need us. They need the diaspora. They need the diaspora. The diaspora need to get fit by the system. If salon diaspora get fit by the system, if we run down yonder, now go ask. Welcome on board, friend. What you get for we, sir?
Thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me a platform, and thanks to the time we don't take for talk we through. Regarding this manifesto, we don't wait for their own manifesto. We don't see they don't give 10 points and tell you where they look. But it all comes down to summarize and more of the social, economic challenges that we face. This is the one, and then they say they can't challenge for do. But looking at waiting and they say and questioning house policies that we get for put in place, we will match with them manifesto aims that we want for do. We all summarize of social, economic challenges that we will get, summarize all panel and they try for arrange. But then talk about the climate, then talk about building the nation, and talk about cohesion. But it comes down to how the protocols they would not get for put in place with them policy there. That other than the passionality them would they head then particular area there because they get for end up by MDAs, the ministries, all man and good delegates, which is the character of individuals because this is a team in the form for make up a nation building. But how it go make them not with waiting he don't say, but now that it go give effective monitoring, effective review for the say any step we take, we want for put investment towards let's say electricity. Now then they show you the method they want for apply. They will go with the one way will be cost effective, we go work within the future hold for we go day forever. Ask those questions. Or una go bring an investment into agriculture. Una don't try to say now una they bring the farmers and for know them problem because that's the explanation as soon then go try for address and know the soil type. A bit detail on that side there, but you go question I'll say the knowing say now pest issues and our soil fertility, but we get the arable soil. We get over 5 million hectares of land where they're not even touched yet. They still try for going to. So, but how you go able to put this together? But not to just you don't say they do this, but the team where you take, if you're not even sure how you were able to review and whose things and what you put in place for monitor them thing they are say when I release funds, when I don't make this strategy say now so I get for work, then I implement how I will follow up. Because sometimes the vision of the leader might be good, but when he picking team now and the process for deliver now sometimes the process can fail. But you the question sometimes waiting the question how you go able manage that economy there. Because when you say rebuilding success, if you try for rebuild success, say the success will be there, not been done work. Now the efforts will not there, not be get successive economic growth, not be successive infrastructural growth or anything what they do with social life. Then they say now you want for rebuild that success there. you careful no say the economy na in the main thing with the character of the individuals, because when you they dispose anything when a development finance, you dey try for see say that policy wey you put e go able for match with wetin you dey get and with wetin the people need for get. So when you don't put any things here in place, say yes, I get some discipline in this policy. I get discipline when the finance they go. And that area of the financing and the area and how they will manage and knowing waiting at the numbers them you get for no say now and they do the arithmetic because you get political arithmetic. And when you try for that political arithmetic, you dey try for know your population, you dey try for know the social needs, then you dey know that the cost of waiting will address that particular need day, we go the vampire for say it go come back. If an agriculture, we will focus so that side we want for put. How waiting go help and waiting the farmers and go able for receive say he go able for let he go say myself get a kick part of this. But we see he summarize where he try for tell we say the power na the hands and the economy na the hands of the individual. He say he try for summarize and balance for fixed economy na you na the economy. Well, that point might be right. Now the people in the economy, because you try for say you the Okada man, you get forget discipline. Not for go ride bike, you broke somebody foot, that you will make your economy, but you don't damage another economy. So you try for put the illustration there, say, okay, now let's see how long you get for put in place. But there comes now how you go manage that thing there with effective review. That side where you go put the discipline, we dey talk of the institutions that we want to put in place for let you correct corruption, because when you talk of development, the last thing wey dey make development no dey, even if everything dey in place for let them go put am, for let them say no go buy, no go put this. It is say the point here is how that finance they go be managed, whether they control am. We go just left the policy go ahead for do what they do, and whatever it bring come, that one day will they take from. No, only because say himself they play part of fundraising. Because when you get a a government, una don't bring come a policy of develop particular something una want for change, and then what they see you they see say una they try for make revenue for una government, because there is that strategy where you they bring the politicians there, but inside that core culture dey, because culture of corruption, anything like culture not to individual dey do am. Anything to do with the culture, it dey involve one, two or three more people them. They become a culture, whether na culture for thief, not to one person go do am, whether na culture for do this. So now that you go review say look, see the permanent secretary them, how the MDs how then they procure, how then they do. Or inside the I dey tell them back say, well, any fund wey you get, bring them to the fund for the party so that we say we stand strong. The idea we don't say you don't identify the virus because of now the way people and they try for interact, that because of the behavior, una the virus and the virus they say na just a bad way una tactics when they play. So when they say the tactics na for vote. So it all comes down to waiting that hidden value where you say it in a salon, how you go pull them out. And the hidden value, we all know say there is a hidden value in a salon. But some of the hidden values them, they don't exploit them. But the ones they still don't exploit in terms of the usefulness of some of the youths, in terms of the usefulness of the small know-how, the technical idea what they use for letting go convert them for kind side, for develop the idea with that particular man within a street, we don't go you not get the idea for use for something will go help am. But if you don't get the idea how you go sell her out, then how we not go take people and we not invent something, then people are still like that in that invention what we see. There are a few inventions there. Well, instead of the one we bring the idea, they know they say na the person will go do the finishing, will go do something different, take this somebody, expose them to the world, for let it go win a prize. Not to that type thing and they want for see again. The person we get the idea, we try for bring and develop them. But it all comes down to how we go able for pull this hidden value they say, and how the economy go able for produce something we will able help with for the future. But when it comes to the economics and the policies and how you go deliver, now the individuals them where you pick now your team and with you aim as a leader, now that one they go tell we say the manifesto is more real because you don't deliver them. But it's not an easy task when you bring a manifesto and in a time when you get challenges like economic challenges and the world they face now funds and we will know they get and they squeeze and then we self therefore know how we funds we expenditure we will go squeeze them so that we will get that balance of trade we will help we follow we go because once the balance of trade then that deficit no day where the people then go they buy they sell people are able to afford the minimum wage we they talk of to a living wage yes because everybody talk about living because when they say minimum is just something when I'm meager but when they talk now reality so we're able to see how this method will go but we don't see the health you don't see people in the camp for can't help now the health we don't know how effective then we turn around the hospital and the health sector we will be able to be sustainable. Let God just help the vision with the leaders then get it go able for be shown and work out for let the country go develop. And let you know we just did it so that the mindset na in get for shift. But once the mindset not shift, then get for shift the mindset of development. At that point, the more we try for the individuals and the mindset. Let God help the nation so that they go get a right team who will deliver with discipline. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Oswin.
You're welcome, yes, sir.
Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Triple, thanks for having me, and I want to say big thank you to Usman. I hope I sound audible. Okay. Um, you don't you don't do extremely well for like take we through the main points them at the manifesto. And for me, when I look at the manifesto, I get a lot of questions when I way yet not be answered inside this manifesto. And what I basically try for do today in my lunchtime break, I try for like a look at the two manifesto, I compare and then contrast and then see some of the difference them. And listen at that, I want for open the eyes of we listeners and the public all over where they follow this platform. First of all, we see say the APC manifesto gets 10 pillars, unlike the SLPP. SLPP, the new manifesto, now 5. And when you look at the APC manifesto, it gets um, 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 a similar build up like the SLPP UN. What I mean by that, the manifesto, like what we talk on the SLPP the UN, it not give you a clear timeline, a clear picture on how they're able to achieve some of them goals, yeah, even though they give some insights. Because what you they read or what you they explain giving us some of the insights them you they give you. Yeah. Even though you give you some insights, there is no time frame in those insights. So if you're not careful, if APC win back, trust me, this manifesto will run 5 years, then they're still able to get a complete answer to some of them pillars here we then don't put. And as a project person, one thing where they make you fail in project implementation, if you get too much pillars or too much objective for achieving one project, if you're not careful, you're going to fail. So for me, even though they get these 10 pillars, at least at this point, they're able to prioritize at least 5 or 7 where they know say this one within the 5 years. That's if they win within the 5 years we're gonna achieve this one, other than we achieve all. Because it's a big scope, it's a very big scope. The scope should be limited. Where they write paper or where they write this, you get a limit, you get a scope. When they say scope now, outside the research they be done. So anything outside that area, they now limitation. So when you now look at the APC manifesto, it's too broad, it's too elaborate. Yeah. So if they come for now power and for work on these big pillars, yeah, it's about thing that happen. if you're not careful, you're not able to achieve all. So what you dey do at this point before you dey able go further with your explanation as leader, you dey able for tell the people them, even though na this 10 na me big target, but me priority na XYZ, maybe na the first 5 or maybe na the first this. It does not mean say the balance 10 not important. So at the end of the day, if you do not achieve the 10, you've already made it very clear to people what you they can for put priority impact. That's a very clear thing. If you go back even to the Millennium Development Goal, it's lulled out, stated out there, but at the end of the day, they start to prioritize it one at a time, one at a time. They not say, well, this one will catch all till go once and one time. It's a big problem where if you not achieve them, then you don't fail. Now go to my next point. I love this thing. Yeah, I really spend time in me for do this research here. When you look at the two manifestos, struggle to bring SLPP manifesto inside because I don't know if we will get them for Sidom. Look at the two manifesto together. Yeah, when you look at the SLPP manifesto, I mean, talk say the last time it may ambiguous. Yeah, and the same thing to this one. It self gets a lot of big English there inside. Even though somebody they upload something the way say this not the interpretation or the interpreted version into different local tribe than a salon day. Away me not able to verify because me not able to read the local tribe then they. But the layman for able to understand this one, yeah. And if the layman able to understand what's in this manifesto they talk about, it's just big English they no more. So we will just this is not the problem when we get with Sierra Leone. We follow the party, we're not able to ask questions. Because if you don't give me them big English here, I need forget to interpret like when you take it them so they give you line by line. You find out say when you look at you see how many time you they spend for explain one. Imagine if then they explain this kind of way to the layman down out there. So the person where they listen, the layman they able for like look at the two people them say, well, I don't listen SLPP manifesto, I don't listen the APC manifesto, I don't get a clear understanding. Now I can make an informed decision who for vote for. Not for just can read big English, they no more. Big English, they no more, yeah. Now go to the next point. The SLPP manifesto no be able for give we like what me say the basic needs them. What you able for find out in the APC one, they able to talk about light. But even at the lights here, where they make mention of, like I say again, we don't have a target. We don't have a like from which time, which the time frame. Okay, we target this particular thing in the next 2 years, we for not achieve this. So when you get a time frame or a timeline on your target objective, them you dey give the people more power for ask you question. And just about like a way JJ Safami say, in 3 months' time, then they fix they don't stabilize the economy, the dollar rate don't come down. If they turn a power back, yeah, if they continue, let us say if they can power, if they continue, people don't get waiting for all I'm accountable for. And we make the same thing during the first reign. Say in 6 months' time they don't fix the economy and bread and butter. So when people begin ask some question on that, it's about thing they happen, it gets offended. So now the same thing here. We don't have time frame. We don't. It's not there. So it's going to be a difficult thing for make with people and maybe for all both parties accountable. My next point, like go the quick because of time. Yeah. For make these two manifesto be achievable, you get a team. The team when we see in both parties, I don't know, I stand for be corrected. They need for teach themselves this manifesto. And they go back to the SLPP. If you watch, if Rados Ware go na radio station, it talks different thing. If Imram go na radio station, it talk different thing. So they need for Sidom and able for analyze them and get one voice. That's the same thing for this as APC own. Now no can see tomorrow whether they begin go na radio for markets the manifesto. This they carry go so, that they carry go so. At the end of the day, you know they get one picture. So it's very, very important for them for able for sit down back and look at this manifesto, which one we're able to achieve within the 2 years, within 3 years. So when we stand for talk to the people for market this one, people foresee the reality inside them. quick last point what I will make. For me, the APC manifesto, like I said, apart from the too much pillars the way it gets, the last one we will talk on now, like the players them way. For me, I not see the full team eight. Now the APC we go on with this vision. If not, it's about thing they happen. We they begin call Dr. Samuel Kawa Lyman. We will begin all this. Now the problem where even the SLPP gets. When you look at the SLPP, when then don't talk done. Trust me, you the gladdy. But when you go back where then they begin implementing here, there's a different popular way they can implement them. So if Dr. Samuel Kama not gets people where they implement this thing accordingly, trust me, it's going to be another failed manifesto. I think that me take, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
One Nation Manifesto. Now, so the APC called the manifesto and get 10 pillars. And you see that day. I don't know, something I was aside in Bilania. And need beaucoup pillar them because the foundation for strong. 10 pillars now I carry it. And we don't outline all the pillars then I are. The last one, then the target we in the diaspora. We in the diaspora. And the last one, the target. Me, I don't take myself as the spokesperson for the diaspora. And I don't tell them what thing they need for do. Yes, Umar, what you get, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to say thank you to Mr. Alpha and also Mr. Wilfred. Wilfred. I don't listen to this manifesto. Again, I agree with Mr. Alpha. And I don't say this word over and over and over and over. Not the first, me, I go to school. No, the English one, no go, no, pass some like that, like maybe big medical terminology or law terminology they were not used to. But if you speak in a layman's term, I understand. But how many of we na salon? How many did na salon we understand? Now make me with people when I can hear this. Now I can make comparison. If you listen to Guinea with some of we French countries, just listen to the radio station in the Gambia. Most of them now the native dialect or tribe in the talk pa, not to English. Because I've been follow the same way Adam Barrow during the inauguration. Most of the radio station in the Gambia are the dialect in the talk to. Because you know that in the talk to, then they talk to them people them, not to the international committee. Why we Sierra Leone would they ever talk to the people them? When you go write, okay, let's say they write them into English. Because they're not going to write inside Creole. What me before prefer, like what they read until in Lagunda Hotel, make a big screen, bring them bullet preview where you make so. Put them there one at a time. Read them and explain inside Creole. Say, this now about the economy. Well, we proud say, now this we go do, now this we go do, now this we go do, now this we want do. We go cut now, we go stop this, we go give free tax. That means if you come buy pepper, one bag, you don't go pay too much. If you come on America or England or any side, you bring market kind side, we not go make like pay beaucoup. So that small thing they go in your pocket, you self where you can, you don't go charge the people in beaucoup. Every Kumbra, na Bombay market, Kisi Road market, Dovecot go understand that. But when you put big word in the wire, now the international community they talk to. Now I make like South Africa, the East African countries. Most of the time, men are more being the follow Mogofili. Most of Mogofili trip down always be the tour. Now inside Swahili or the native tribe. One day I not see Mogofili, because they follow the guy. The guy will be just fascinated with. When they go to the village, they talk to them people, they talk to them in their own dialect, in the kandong to side and they. And sometimes it be the tin up and open motoka, it make them they give the mic to the people them. If they talk to them, then the people themselves they ask some question, they interact with them. When you don't see with president or leader, they do that na salon. So I go follow me they do. Number one, I be the follow before God taking life. But when they write them thing, then put on boom and say, "When I go try it." So what thing they do? The one that now they come for can explain a radio, they say na English and they can't talk, then bring them big English. And big grammar. Where PhD persons if you go for go look na dictionary. Then they say we don't tell you now. Then 5 years from the time, they say, we manifesto, we've been given, we finish everything that they've given a bonya. Well, the people they don't know what they give them. Now that matter be you do to the people now. So when he tells them, say, hey, what will be right? We give them everything, they'll give them a bonya, the people then clap, say, yay! Because they don't even know what he been telling them to start with. Now, so them people here, they treat them people. Then people here, they don't understand that interpersonal relationship between you and the people. Would they see we leader them? Now, America, now, when they can get in town hall. I tell people, I remember during the debate between George H. Bush and Bill Clinton, in this country, where George Bush and Bill Clinton tin up na podium, na the stage. George Bush, every 5 minutes, what's he do? He watching for a watch. That get a back seat, that na one of the things. That na one of the things and we've been bigger bad class after that debate day. We're top a number they don't. Because like say, if they tell the people and say, I'm not even know what I did now. Waiting at the time now, I'll move come on now. Body language. We people that not care about body language. We leaders in Africa. Then just take the people like say, then why they don't know who side in they go. Now we don't give them picking them boku drugs, so then picking them dip and sleep before we talk to them. So then now we not dip on the drugs, they don't understand what to they talk. So this is all good. Kumbaya. Then they make promises. You don't need for make 5, even if not 3. How about put 3 of the main categories where we country they yearn for right now, or 3 of the main things which is water, light, and health facility. Put them all together. Then explain line by line how you go able to make the people and begin drink good water and sufficient water and get good light. Then when you done, you move to the economy, like where in the make so. Tell us, okay, now yeah we did, but now this I don't plan for do. Because of the reason why this go up, that the taxes then, or I go cut down because the government they hire too much people. Government no need for hire too much people. What I want for do, I want make una the market woman them, una the small market people. I want give una chance by give una tax break or bring things and come for una. So una self go help me for hire them people that want no hire. So we all go make money. Simple. But just make them 3 simple one. Explain to the people them. We people are not stupid. Some of them not been just fortunate. We mama them, they not go school. But I make them in same school. But they understand what they need to do. So to me, I just the watch last see waiting Samora do one in Vuvuzela. Then you cannot say in Vuvuzela, then they begin come out to my Lord, will they listen to them. But to me, both manifesto not mean nothing because first of all, they need to keep to the manifesto. To me, this is not a waste of time to start with. But Lord, we're going to mommy brother. We're going to listen. We will sabi read and we understand what's in it, right? We're going to follow them. We will keep up with them. Ain't that no mommy brother? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man. Yes, Ezekiel, what you get for we, sir?
Thank you so much, Triple A, and all the contributors. With you all we listen to, I just statement. I mean, anybody where you want to run in Sierra Leone and look at where they look at the whole process of how then they put out manifesto. anybody way they run can easily put out simple thing. I don't even know why then they make it so difficult. Like what Ibra Umar say, for me, I they look at probably maybe 2 or 3 major things that we you just need for talk about. You don't need 5. We issue in Sierra Leone, it look like just 2 or 3. Because one of the main thing, the economy, a lot of things that can fall under. You talk of electricity, water, food supply, all they fall under the economy, you know. And then you come to the judiciary system, you know, water key, they fall under, the economy. How you go fix that economy, you know. If instead of you make 10 points there or 5 points there, just stay on the economy, probably the reform on the judiciary system or the system will get in Sierra Leone. Then and then everything else can fall under. Seriously, because for let you waste people and time, they talk about other things and all it comes still under one. If you fix electricity, you fix water supply, you fix good road, they lead to good economy. They connect. You fix water key, all that part of the economy, you know. And if you elaborate on just say, hey, we don't want for give number good things there for look for, because all the here they fall under these 2 things. If we do reform on which system what we get, that means the police they're independent, the military they're independent. Yes, different areas and the way they will take command from the state, of course, because that's not their duty for defend the people and the state. So if something they come external forces or even within internal forces will go cause problem to citizenry and any other person, yes, the government get the authority for make sure say they quell down that area then they. But the military, the police, they not for big government arm for make injustices on the people. If you reform that day and then you reform the economy, we are done. I don't even understand all the other things that way they talk about. It don't make no sense. Sierra Leone policy right now just want something on table. We go feel say enough for worry too much about these things, because the moment we begin worry about how you go even feed you picking there, no problem. No problem. Not get too much problem of way then they talk in English in terms of way then they give we manifesto. Where you go now for campaign to the people, and then you can talk now the simple language anytime we did. You able for talking now the language you talk and they. As long as you stay on the point, you not begin for talk on that language, they then begin for back on the other tribe the way they know they read that language. You begin for pull inch pande. As long as the thing we they talk about now, that's common language and partimony, parmende, now something we gear to the well-being of the people of Sierra Leone, I not get no problem with that. The reason why East Africa they speak in Swahili because now their national language that day. So where a lot of people can speak. So if okay, me okay, where then they talk, where then they give the manifesto, they speak in English, that's fine. Where you they go down because now you want let people they elect. You go now village, then you begin speak English. Now you business. Where you come out they say I'll put I don't even know what they talk about. You not tell them what you go talk. So when if you go na village, you go speak pande. Now you business. Now you want let them vote for pande. You understand? So I'm not get problem with that. Manifesto, you want to speak in English, that's fine. But this 20 are not get no leg, and not get no responsibility to we. We then get the mic and the power for you from beginning to journalists all the way down. If you go na radio station, it dictates what you want for talk about. You know, listen to Ram, either commode or they can't again. That's not the unfortunate part, because all the things and the way they happen within a village, you don't get time for listening to Dande. The opposition and not get ample opportunity for emphasize about that. Can you imagine if we as Sierra Leoneans allow the opposition there for go time where or any other SLPP person go na radio, they ask them, you be tell we about Tumabum. No one talk about Tumabum. If the opposition that been get the opportunity, the authority to go around na the community, that's why they tell una say then go make bread and butter. They say, oh, no to campaign time. You can't go there. You go there, by the time they know police, then don't arrest you. So would I go enforce the process? They still allow this nonsense. Man kind of power in the campaign throughout in time. Then opposition not get authority for talk against them in the day. As he talk too much, they find way out for lock you up. So all this make sense to me because for some reason we know they hold them accountable. Them not the way they hold them accountable. Opposition not even get time for campaign. 1 month, you get enough time for go on at the corner of Sierra Leone for go emphasize about what thing they wire do, how them pull some things there, how they not fix some things there. You not get time. All this, if then win at the same thing again, we not get no authority for hold them accountable. Opposition not get no right for hold them accountable. We the one for do that, they lock you up or find we have for take advantage over you. They find we have for make more case against you. We are toast. So much people here.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're done for today. Me, Tripoli, my own thoughts on we politicians then in Sierra Leone. We're in the bottom of world ranking and everything because now so would they take run at IMF, World Bank, African Development Bank, you name it, all them banks them for loan, grants, and any other thing we're able to get from them. Because of that, the politicians then, the government who can get, and they then say defend their own better one. Now make they no go ever, nobody no go tell me say no salon problem. Nobody. Light, water, hospital, good. The thing for it, job. We don't bet it done. Nobody no one know that shit up yonder. But now the way that they wouldn't take control we. Until that one is sorted out. But we can't, if we provide all anything for ourselves, we'll not go against say developing economy. We'll not go say then get all the names still they call we. So until I see somebody we ready for see, hey. Because even now, wait till they talk. They talk say, strengthening development partners, strengthening this and that. All up and bigger. For bula and bigger. Until they say we can feed ourselves, we able for do certain things them. Yes, we can't live in isolation. Me, I agree. We cannot live in isolation. Say but there are certain things then they see they do they go big for. Then see they do they go lay down for. Let them talk to any kind way for. We can do it ourselves. We able for do one for ourselves. Things then they will they want. Where we get things then they will they want to get, but we not sabi for me good use so far. Until we are ready. For I know they talk about Banyafiki one sustainable. Where if you come out safe, your legacy still lives on. Sustainable, put structures in place, sustainable one. But no one do. We don't just know. How MCC, okay, right now they talk about MCC are for waiting for lights. You know, almost in Japan, all the other countries they don't give it for light. 30 don't know able light to safe. 30 they don't know able light to safe. Now the 400 million where MCC for now they young for now. If they come back, we not still light to safe back. We not still light to safe. I beg you. Then now money they no for yeri. Money. Now money they no for yeri. Sustainable. Now they pack pan blackout so that fit on. When they can so get 3 source sheep, dandy, bumbuna, and this 3 source, but still let they pa blackout. Still let blackout. We no able light 24 hours. We no able 24 hours a day. You know they get light. 48 hours, 72 hours. You need to get light. Waiting do because we get for make MCCC and that way they and say they need the money, bro. They need the money. They need them. They need the money. You know see and so I mean that's what I say. Because na so they treat we. Yeah. They get for make we look bad. So that something go come inside. Okay. We'll go there back tomorrow. My God help we.